There are only two ways to influence human behavior. You can manipulate it, or you can inspire it. Leadership expert Simon Sinek built his career on this idea. Manipulation is loud, forcing action through fear, guilt, scarcity, and pressure. Inspiration is quiet. It pulls people forward through meaning. Most of the world operates on manipulation. Advertising preys on insecurity. Social media amplifies comparison. Headlines profit from fear. Even our own minds manipulate us with doubt and exaggeration. The result? Short-term action that fades quickly. Inspiration produces long-term commitment. That's why motivation often burns bright at first, then disappears. A new year, a new routine, new goals. At first, you're disciplined, focused, relentless. But then reality intervenes. Progress slows, energy dips, recognition fades, life complicates, and the fire goes out. I'm not motivated anymore, you say. That's not weakness. Motivation is emotional, and emotions fluctuate. Your brain is wired for survival, not ambition. Deep inside, a primitive system exists to protect you. It doesn't care about your dream career, your health, or your long-term goals. It cares about comfort, safety, conserving energy, and avoiding pain. When the alarm rings early, it whispers, "Sleep." When effort goes unnoticed, it says, "Why bother?" When rejection arrives, it says, "Stop." Meanwhile, your rational mind, the planner, the strategist, the dreamer, pushes for growth. But the survival system is louder. Discomfort overrides logic. Most people obey not because they're weak, but because they lack alignment. Motivation fades because it relies on emotion. Emotion is unstable. Habit stabilizes action, but even habits collapse under resistance unless anchored in something deeper. That anchor is purpose. Friedrich Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." When your reason is strong, discomfort is tolerable. When it's weak, even minor inconvenience feels unbearable. Consider this. Two people wake at 5 a.m. One is driven by guilt and pressure. The other is driven by purpose. The guilt-driven person burns out. The purpose-driven person endures. Humans are driven by meaning, not logic. You may want money, but you actually want security. You may want status, but you actually want respect. You may want success, but you really want significance. Every goal is a feeling. When pain enters the process, only goals anchored in emotion survive. Most people fail because they pursue hollow goals, ones that look impressive but don't align with their identity. When the grind intensifies, surface-level goals collapse, but goals aligned with identity withstand resistance. Quitting then feels like self-betrayal. That is commitment at another level. Why do some thrive while others quit? Because their why outweighs their discomfort. Pain is temporary, purpose is permanent. Ask yourself, why does this goal truly matter? Not a rehearsed answer. Peel back layers until you reach something emotional, something honest, something that fuels action. When behavior aligns with identity, consistency becomes natural. Identity drives action more powerfully than motivation ever could. Pain is not the enemy, it's data. Muscles tear before they strengthen. Confidence shakes before it stabilizes. Old identities crumble before new ones emerge. Growth always brings discomfort, and resistance is not failure, it's expansion. Your survival system interprets growth as threat. It prefers routine, comfort, and predictability. Growth disrupts this. Excuses emerge, doubt amplifies, risk feels exaggerated. Without a compelling why, you retreat to distraction, procrastination, and comfort. When your why is strong, something shifts. You stop relying on fleeting emotions. You act from commitment, not because it feels good, but because it matters. That is maturity. That is resilience. There will be days of doubt, days when progress seems invisible, fatigue clouds judgment, or others appear ahead. This is normal. The difference between those who persist and those who quit is clarity. Clarity stabilizes emotion, reinforces identity, and protects direction. Most people want transformation without friction, growth without discomfort, advancement without sacrifice. That's impossible. Comfort and growth rarely coexist. Choosing comfort sacrifices expansion. Choosing expansion sacrifices comfort. You cannot optimize both. When pressure rises, you face a choice: retreat to safety or expand your capacity. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is training." Instead of saying, "I'm overwhelmed," say, "I am growing." Suffering without meaning breaks you. Suffering with meaning strengthens you. Ask, what is this challenge shaping? Who is it turning me into? Identity precedes outcome. If you see yourself as a quitter, your actions follow. If you see yourself as someone who finishes, your actions follow. Identity is chosen and reinforced daily. Stop obsessing over what you want. Decide who you are becoming. Want discipline? Act disciplined when inconvenient. Want resilience? Remain steady when uncomfortable. Want excellence? Operate differently when average feels easier. Goals without identity are hollow. Achievement without alignment is empty. Many high performers feel unsatisfied because success without purpose does not fulfill. You don't just want achievement, you want meaning. Purpose beats motivation every time. Motivation sparks, purpose stabilizes. Motivation fluctuates, purpose sustains. When discomfort rises, ask, what capability is this building? What standard am I being stretched toward? As long as you breathe, you are in progress. Struggle is not the final chapter. Someone else would give everything for one more opportunity, and you have one. Will you let temporary emotion dictate permanent decisions, or will you anchor in meaning? The world doesn't need more people chasing motivation. It needs people anchored in purpose, people who understand that discomfort is part of mastery. When it hurts, pause. Reconnect with your reason, your identity, the person you are becoming. When your why is clear, the how becomes manageable. Obstacles shrink, setbacks become adjustments. You move forward deliberately, not perfectly, but consistently. You do not need to feel fearless, you need conviction. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a decision. Stop chasing highs, build structural meaning. When fatigue appears, move anyway. When doubt surfaces, act anyway. When recognition is absent, execute anyway. Not because it feels good, but because quitting contradicts who you are becoming. You were not built for stagnation. You were not designed to shrink under pressure. There is more resilience inside you than your comfort zone will ever reveal. Resilience activates only under challenge. Define your why, strengthen habits, protect identity. When pain appears, interpret it correctly. It is growth, not a stop sign. Live intentionally, operate deliberately, build consistently. This is not hype, it is alignment. It is the discipline of becoming unshakable under pressure. When it hurts, remember, you are not breaking, you are recalibrating. You are not falling apart, you are strengthening. The sharper, stronger version of you exists on the other side of sustained commitment. Keep going, keep building, keep choosing purpose over impulse. As long as you breathe, your story is unfinished. As long as it's unfinished, you retain power. Use it wisely. Use it consistently. Use it with purpose.